Hey everybody, it's DK and welcome back to the Burn Bootcamp Podcast. Excited to be able to spend some time with you once a week here on the Burn Bootcamp Podcast. I'm also doing 3 times a week over at the Devan Kline Show podcast as well. And I'm excited to be contributing to both of these audio environments to really just help you live a holistic lifestyle. Today, listen, I get to talk with you about one of the 8 buckets that Morgan and I believe in. It's body, it's mind, it's emotion, it's spirit. It's relationship, it's money, it's time, and it's work, okay? And these things are, if you take a full view of your life, these are like the 8 buckets. And so what we're gonna really talk about today is the money bucket. And I wanna help you get your financial house in order. Why? Because I didn't have mine in order for so long. I focused so much on the business side of my life that I forgot that I needed to be the CEO of our own personal finances as well. And well into my early 30s, I was blind in this regard. Not completely blind, like I knew enough to know that we were doing well and that but I didn't know enough to know how to maximize or optimize, or I didn't know enough to have a budget. I didn't have a personal financial statement. And so that's what I'm gonna help you do today, is just take you through the steps that I took myself and my family through. And hopefully this can really help you get your financial house in order. And it really starts with, becoming the CEO of your own life. And every company has a balance sheet, and you also need a balance sheet for your own life. What does this mean? It means assets, it means liabilities, and it means owner equity. Okay, these 3 things, kind of create your life. It's like you either have assets, you have liabilities, and that has to equal the equity that you have in your life. And so it's called a personal financial statement. It's not called a balance sheet in our personal world. It's called the personal financial statement, but it's the same thing, or short is PFS. Now, I've got a template for a personal financial statement that we're going to link to this episode. It's a template that I created for my family, and I just want to share that with you to try to cut that learning curve in half so that you don't have to go out to like Microsoft Excel or ChatGPT and try to make something that is from scratch. Go ahead and feel free to use mine as a template, as a starter. But I think it's really important not only to have the financial sheet first and foremost, because without that, you're not going to be able to do the next part that I'm talking about. But what I really want to focus on today is, like I said, your financial house. I want to help you get that in order. So I'm going to assume that you're going to download this template, and it's pretty straightforward, and you're going to go through all of your credit cards, all of your accounts, and you're going to go ahead and put all of your assets, all of your liabilities, and your net worth as an individual and as a family. Really, it's a personal financial statement, but this is really for your family. All right. So with that being said, now you have income in your life. We all have different streams of income, whether that be a salary, distributions. We all have income, right? And so that income has a bank that it comes into. And I want to set up a little process with you so that even if you are just beginning or just starting, or if you're like me and you need a gentle reminder as you are bringing in income, a gentle reminder to be able to distribute that income in a wise and optimized way, here it is. Okay, your income comes in that to one bank account. That one bank account is called your operating account. Operating account is where everything comes into, okay, constantly. From your operating account, you're gonna have 3 more accounts, okay? And you wanna try to automate this. Most of us can automate direct deposit, both intercompany accounts, and then also obviously if we pay bills and things like that, we put it on automatic payment. So you have 3 accounts that come out of your income account. I call it the danger account, the memory account, and the investment account, okay? The danger account is like an emergency fund. It's what happens if another pandemic comes along and you both lose your job or you lose your job. You need to know how long do you need to have a reservoir of money built up to live the life that you live, right? This is going back to the balance sheet or the personal financial statement. You're gonna have your liabilities, you're gonna have your expenses, you're gonna be able to create this budget from the personal financial statement that says, hey, in January, February, and March of 2023, this is what it costs us to live as a family. This is what our operating expenses were as a family. And you need to be able to, out of your income account, that main bank account, take 10% of your money every single month. And you need to put it into a danger account or an emergency fund, whatever you want to call it. This is a rainy day fund for you and your family, that if you know what hits the fan, that you've got at least 3 months worth of that operating capital for you and your family, so that you can get through the stormy weather. Okay. That's really important. And that's the first thing I focused on when I was setting this up for me. For me, I'll be super transparent like I always am. My goal was to set up a fund originally that just had $100,000 in it. That was my goal. I didn't even have my personal financial statement put together yet. I didn't even know how much money I was spending each quarter. That's ideal. I just picked an arbitrary number that I knew that if I had this much money in a bank account kind of tucked away, that I could really be able to access that. Now, if you want to make an advanced move in your emergency fund, you could also put your emergency fund in T-bills, treasury bills, which is basically the most safe. It's the safest form of investing. Now, people get a little bit weary when you talk about putting your danger account in an investment account, but I've since done that. And what our T-bill is it's the safest form of an investment you can make. They're treasury-backed bonds by the government. So the only way that those go away is if the government in America goes away, which if the government in America goes away, then your emergency fund is really irrelevant anyways, because it's the apocalypse or what have you. So the danger account can be held in T-bills, or you can hold it also in a normal account. But you want to have that, okay? That's important. Okay, second one, memory bank. Now, this to me is the second most important memory bank. You need a foundation. We need to have the danger account there so that we have peace of mind. But the second isn't an investment account. That's the third one. It's the memory bank. It's this, when you're 85 and you're in a rocking chair and you're going to tell stories about your life, this is the ROI of life, the return on investment for your life, when you're able to make income and then make memories with it. And the dance between the memory bank account and the danger bank account it's a nice dance, but you need to have both going, and I think you need to have the third going as well, and that's an investment bank account. Now, what is an investment bank account? An investment bank account is where all of the extra discretionary money that comes into your life, you can put this in an investment bank account, and that is your account where you go out and you grow your wealth. So your income comes in to an operating account, all right? You take 10% of that money at least every month, put that into your danger bank, into your emergency fund, okay? You have a quarter's worth of operating capital. As soon as you have a quarter's worth of operating capital in that danger bank account, it goes away. You stop contributing to it until your lifestyle goes up, okay? That's important. And then you start contributing next to your memory bank account. Build funds there so that you can go build memories with your family, because that's going to be the best ROI you could ever have. And then thirdly, your investment bank account. Now we want to go out, we want to go get good debt. I'm not going to be one of those guys like maybe like a Dave Ramsey that says, get rid of all debt. Yes, you have to think about that, but your bad debt is already in your main operating account. You're already paying off the debt for your home, for your car, all the things that people consider bad debt. Buying furniture for a new home on a credit card is bad debt. But there's good debt too. Good debt is when you are doing well in life. Let's just say part of that investment bank as a number one strategy is you invest 5% of your money, your discretionary capital, into a long-term stock index portfolio like the S&P 500, which includes the best 500 companies in America. And you're going to get about a 7 to 10% return on that if you blend it out over a decade. And once you start building that portfolio, that stock and bond and securities portfolio, a good debt would be able to be taking a loan out against your securities portfolio so that then you can maybe go invest into a real estate business, or you can invest into a franchise, or you can invest into something that's going to produce assets for you in the future, not produce liabilities for you in the future. You see, a home you don't actually own the home. The bank owns the home unless you buy it in cash, which makes it an asset. If you buy it from a bank, well, the bank owns the home. That's going to be a liability on your personal financial planning sheet. And so, bad debt would be buying a home and buying a mortgage. Good debt would be going out and then buying a piece of real estate that is going to cash flow, that you might Airbnb or rent out, and that real estate purchase has a direct ROI on it immediately. We call it net on net cash flow. I won't get too deep into that, but I'm just trying to paint this picture for you so that as you're going through me explaining these financial tips and going through my story of how I've really set my life up, that you can actually take an audit of your own life. And so I hope this is just like a few minutes here that you were able to say, aha, I don't have a PFS, a personal financial statement. I don't have a budget for my life that I've built based on that personal financial statement. Oh, I don't have 4 bank accounts. I don't have an income account, an operating account where all of my liabilities are paid out of. How do I operate? I don't actually know how much it costs me to live. I definitely don't have a danger bank account. I don't know what we're going to do if all of our money went away today or we got fired from our jobs. Hey, I don't have a memory bank account either. Or maybe I do, or maybe I'm spending too much into my memory bank account and I'm disregarding the fact that, hey, we're a young family and I need to also have an investment bank account and become an investor in my life with my discretionary capital and go get some good debt and go really buy companies, buy businesses, buy real estate and play that game. So this is a preliminary intro for you into, and we want to make sure that you going back to the 8 pieces of pie, that you have something in your life from Bern, from Morgan, from myself, from Matt, from Trisha, who are hosting this podcast, that extends outside of the 4 walls of showing up and working hard every day, because we do that at the gym so that we can build our character, so that when we build our character, we can become better human beings and more productive and aware and thoughtful human beings. And it's not just the fitness. It's not just the body. It's not just the mind. It's not just the spirit part of our life. That's in the gym. We also have to focus on our money. We also have to focus on our business. And we also have to focus on our career or our work. And don't leave that out of the equation of success in your life. And I hope that you had a good time here today, just listening to a few words from me. And if you do like it, let me know. If there's anything that you want to add to the conversation, please do so in the comments below. And make sure you grab that link in the description so that you can have that personal financial statement. And we'll keep talking. We'll keep talking about as many topics that help you as we can. So thanks for being here, you guys. Keep moving. 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.